Hey everyone, it's Logan's dad, and as we are locked down here in COVID-19 quarantine, Logan's been looking for some new and creative ideas for content for Thrills United. And so I told him I was going to make a quick video for his channel about a thrilling experience I had recently that I thought you guys might find interesting. And some of you guys know I like doing thrilling stuff too. I love, I could take or leave a lot of coasters, but I love drop towers. I love bungee jumping, planning on going skydiving with my daughter Natalie when she turns 18. Love hiking in the mountains and getting out on rocky cliffs. I've done a lot of jet skiing and paragliding and stuff like that. But something I've never done is cliff diving. And I've always thought it looks awesome when I see people, these YouTube videos where people diving off these cliffs and beautiful Caribbean locations or in Hawaii or wherever. And so back in February, before COVID decimated the world's population, I took a trip to the Caribbean. I actually had some airline vouchers that were getting ready to expire and a bunch of hotel Marriott rewards points. And so for Valentine's Day, took my wife on a beautiful romantic trip to the Caribbean. And we went to the Caribbean island of Curaçao. And so it's right near Aruba. It's a beautiful place known for its world-class beaches. And so we were kind of all around the island exploring and went to several really, really cool beaches. But at one of them, I saw some people cliff jumping. They were jumping off this cliff. It wasn't that high. It was maybe 20 feet. But I was like, oh my gosh, that looks awesome. And so I said, I want to try that. I want to do it. And so I went over to where they were, jumping from. And I looked at, and the water is so clear that it looks like the rocks are like an inch below the water. It looks deadly. So I went and asked the people that were jumping. I said, hey, did you not hit the rocks? And they're like, no, we jumped in, we were fine. It looks closer than it is because of the clear water. All right, so I really wanted to try it. Did not want to really kill myself. I did a little bit of searching online and found out, oh, you could do it wrong. You could, if you enter, you could break your back. You could break your spine. You could, and I'm like, I don't want to do it wrong, right? I don't want to Zach Burger it like when he went bungee jumping and went feet first and almost killed himself.
Boy! Oh, that hurt my balls.
And so, but decided to give it a try. Tried to get my wife to go. She would not. But there was some British guy from England that he was wanting to do it too, and he was afraid. And I said, come on, man, if I do it, will you do it? And he said, okay, I'll do it. And so we decided to do it and went up there. And I'm telling you what, it looked so scary from it. It was not that high, but it looked like, man, I'm going to break my ankles. I'm going to kill myself. And it was actually really, really hard to jump. It's like a lot of things, right? That it's more scary in your mind. And so I'm looking down there and decided, right, just to go for it. And so here is the footage of me jumping off this cliff. And it may not seem that extreme. It felt extreme at the time. Check it out. All right, we got me and Nick from London here.
I've taken his will and testament, so all is good now. Everything goes to me.
He was too scared to jump, and now he's trusting this crazy American.
I wait until he goes first, and then if something goes wrong, I can say, oh, and it's raining. Tropical jump, man.
It's a tropical jump in the rain. It looks pretty far down.
No, the height isn't the worry. The problem is if you would break your legs on that rock.
Yeah. Okay, here I go.
I'm messing with it.
It's scary to jump off.
You can do it!
So that was pretty awesome. It was exhilarating. It was thrilling. I will tell you, I did go all the way to the bottom and ended up like on the rock on the bottom. Not painfully or dangerously, but I went all the way down. And then my new friend Nick from the UK, who was with me, almost chickened out. And I'm like, dude, you better jump, man. I just did it. And what finally convinced him is he was lighter than I am. So if I didn't hit the rocks and die, he should be safe. And so he jumped off too. He almost chickened out, took him a little bit. But here's the clip of shout out to you, Nick, from the UK. Here he is jumping.
Awesome! Woo!
All right, good for you, Nick. Good jump. So anyway, that was my thrill. I did want to do, I found out there was a higher one that was about 40 foot of a jump that I wanted to try, and we drove over there and we went to the wrong beach. They have like 30 beaches all along this island, and then we had to get the rental car back and ended up not being able to do it. So I know Logan really wants to cliff jump, so we're looking for some other places. We had tentatively planned a trip out west, and we're looking at some places in Central Oregon where we could go whitewater rafting and do some bungee jumping, but also do some cliff jumping. And so that trip may have to get postponed for like a year because of what's going on with COVID. But we'll see. Hopefully we get to do it. So what are the morals of the story? Hey, what looks scary, a lot of things look scarier than they really are. Just because something looks dangerous doesn't mean it is dangerous. And by the way, was I scared jumping off of there? Yes, I was. Like Logan always says, right? Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you are afraid, but you do it anyway. So hopefully you guys found that interesting, and look forward to seeing if you're doing some awesome, fun, exciting, thrilling stuff. Send in those clips, and hopefully we can feature you on a video. Thanks.